Support for 100 Watts in a Wire is provided by Bioenno Power. If you're looking for a power solution, check out Bioenno Power, offering the best lithium phosphate batteries for your ham radios. Visit bioennopower.com. That's BIOENNOPOW.com. LDG Electronics provides state-of-the-art antenna tuners for every amateur need. An LDG desktop tuner works automatically with nearly any station and up to 1,000 watts. LDG power tuners are ideal for portable and mobile use as they consume almost no current and can be powered by internal batteries that last up to a year. LDG tuners are backed by our 2-year, fully transferable warranty and our legendary customer service, the best in the industry. Visit us on the web at ldgelectronics.com.
And now, from Grid Square Echo Mike 48, this is 100 Watts and a Wire.
Well, hello and welcome to 100 Watts and a Wire. It's Christian on a traditional walk and talk. And I seem to do these more around the holiday time. And of course, when I get back from vacation and there's been storms and all that happening. But it's a beautiful day. It's Memorial Day. So we definitely take time to reflect on those who gave their lives protecting and defending our country. I remember being a kid and my grandfather, who served in World War II, would talk about some of the close calls he had and some of the friends he lost during his time in the service. So, as we go through our long weekend, we all do keep those people in mind. And I hope you're doing well. I am able to walk and get around. Thank you to those who have reached out. Many of those folks on our mailing list, and also friends I've met along the way who were concerned and at least thinking about me. Appreciate that. Put me on your prayer list and things like that. It's awesome. I had the hernia repair surgery on Wednesday, so slowly getting back. It's sore, but I can actually get up and get out of bed and do the things that I enjoy doing. So you got to take a little pain to actually do what you love, you know what I mean? So I haven't been out walking around. It's been so rainy. And I can say hello to the bugs. I'm wearing a hoodie and walking around. It has rained so much here in this part of Missouri, near St. Louis, that when it stops raining, you have to cut the grass as soon as it's dry enough to do so, because it's going to rain again and again and again. So you know how that goes. So what I'm doing now is I'm walking out by the antenna garden. I don't have a antenna farm. I do have a antenna garden that I like to mix up and change. I think over the years I've really figured out the best hanging solutions. And so I'm just out at the trees looking now. There's several trees, most of them oak trees, that hold my antennas up. And it's been a minute. It's really been a minute. I can see now that it's funny when the sun hits it just so. We're recording early. Let's see, it's roughly 8 a.m. About 8 a.m., maybe a little after. And we're going to get up into the 80s today, high 80s. So, nice breeze, under the trees, and just looking up at the hang, if you will. And everything seems to be okay. I don't see any problems. It's important to come in to the antenna garden and look around once the leaves pop, because then you can tell dead limbs, anything like that. If you're in jeopardy of having an antenna that is hanging under a big dead limb. That could be a situation during the next rainstorm. It's all business in the trees. And from what I can tell right now, where the sun is hitting things, we look all right. I mean, boy, these leaves are really thick and dense. I don't tell any issues from here, but a sign of something that I haven't been out doing much here with 160. It's been a good long time before I've even looked at this. So we'll take a bit of a walk here. You can hear mowers off in the distance. People are out doing the yard work because we got 2 pretty days in a row, and that just means, hey, here comes some pollen. Get your sinuses in order, and all that goes with lots of rain and then sun. So if you're new to the show, welcome. Appreciate you. I hope that you're enjoying your license and you found our community. We have Discord, where people are there hanging out, chatting, doing their deal, and a Facebook group, very, very active on both fronts, very friendly, and we're about 360 plus episodes into the show, and this is what I would call a walk and talk. And here I am on the south end of 160. I can tell that I need to at least pull the line just a little bit and get it down. I got to be careful because I got this hernia surgery. But that was fine. That was painless. Just move it up just a touch. I've got window sashes, window weights, whatever you want to call those, from that sort of Victorian era where you would open the window and they had weights, and they come in all different sizes. They have, 1 pound. I think the largest size I have is 7 pounds. And I like to tie those off to my ropes to keep some flexibility for when tree limbs fall. They will ultimately hit this wire here for 160 because it's so long. And if you dig back into archive episodes, you'll see the struggles of having such a long antenna. I also have an 80-meter antenna here. This one is is this a double bazooka? Yeah, it looks like a double bazooka. It's been a while. But it's my main one, so it's a double bazooka. The ends are north to south, so it serves mostly the east and west. I'm going to walk slowly and move some light stuff. I've got to be real careful. I've got a month of not lifting anything more than 10 pounds, so after you live in the country for 20 years, after being a city kid for most of your life, you start to dig into grabbing wood and wanting to move things around, but I've got to be careful with that sort of stuff. I can tell I need to get my weed eater out here and beat back some of this stuff, but my antennas are, you can get to them easy enough, no problem. And everything looks okay. I mean, I have to say that one end looked a little soft, but no problems. And we're doing all right. I've been fortunate in recent times not to have to change out any antennas. I know Steve has built some he wants me to test here at my place. And when I say test, I mean take the ones down that I've either made myself or purchased. I've never made a double bazooka, but I sure did go through a kick where I love them and I purchased them. But he makes a damn strong antenna. And he's supposed to be sending me some, so once I get clear and I can start to do that work and push and pull a little bit more, I'll take his antennas and hang them up to replace the ones I have, no doubt. But anyway, a 160, which if I would go on a rant, I mean, the Gentleman Band is what they call it. There's so much room there. If you guys ever get enough space to put up a 160 antenna, vertical, or if you're fortunate enough to have a piece of land where you can get out in the woods, put an antenna up for 160, there's so much room. And that band could use more gentlemen, I can tell you that. I stopped by just this weekend, in fact, because it's been so long. I'm like, oh, let me see how 160 sounds. It was late, and like Jeff Brony's there talking to each other about their own thing, and it's like, ugh, it's not bad. I'm all about free speech, but give it a rest sometimes with the politics and all the nonsense and the hatred. Anytime you talk about a certain group of people, just all the time, like, just give it a rest, man. So it's a horrible yawn for me, and I'm hopeful that all the work that I do on 160, on this antenna, hanging it up, just getting it just so the maintenance for when things come and break, that I find people that are just interested in talking about other things. It's like, golly, give it a break, man. Anywho, that's a short rant. I want them to be able to talk about whatever they want to talk about. It's, it's some narrow-minded, anytime you're just talking about people, a certain group of people, and you're just ranting to your buddies because, you all believe the same thing anyway, but you got to do this every day, all day. It's not good for you. It's not good for you to be getting all riled up talking about the same nonsense all the time. My father used to say, leave people alone. But I draw the line at hate speech. When you get to the talking about hate, I just leave. I spin the dial. But it's not the best foot forward for us when you've just got hate speech. I'm slowing down just a second because, for one, had that surgery. Two, I'm on some rolling hills in the woods. But happy to report 160 and 80 seem to be in order, and we are doing okay. How are you doing? All right. Looking up in the trees, I think there's a better time for this. Right now, there's a canopy over my antenna garden, and the sun is not hitting everything just in the right way, so I can see everything. But sometimes you get a better light, is what I'm trying to say. So everything looks okay. I can't see any obstructions, any strange leaf formations or branches that are obstructing or going to cause a problem. I do have a really large oak limb down right at my feet. So it's constant out here when you deal in the woods. But again, I've been fortunate. Thanks for joining me on the Walk and Talk. Got some news I want to pass on to you, because life is the one thing that continues to evolve and change. And I've got a young family, and I've been talking to the boys about making Sunday night the 100 watts and a wire night. It is our night. We've been doing Saturday morning live streams because it was good. Kind of get up in the morning, and it's like watching the cartoons. You get up and we will record the show, invite a live audience to join us if they can. But the podcast, of course, is for your ears. You take it with you. And travel, treadmills, trains, whatever. And you listen when you want to listen. However, we've been doing a live stream on Saturday mornings, and it's cool. But, people have things to do, especially when you get around spring and summer. And I feel that Sunday night is the 100 watts and a wire night that we can get on the air. We're already there doing our Sunday evening net, and we have been doing that since, this is 7 years. People think, oh, you're doing something on Sunday. Maybe that's not. Nah, man. We've been doing a net. We even used to do it Thursday, then Sunday. I used to take calls on Wednesday. Anyway, it's a history. Things change. But I'm thinking now that Sunday will be the best time for me and my family and for the show's future to move to 6 o'clock Central Time. Invite all of our podcast listeners, if you're home on Sunday evening, you can join us in the live stream. And of course, at 7 o'clock Central, we will kick off the Sunday Evening Net. So to recap, beginning this week, Sunday, we'll start doing the recording of the 100 Watts and a Wire podcast, 6 o'clock Central Time in the evening. It'll be live streamed on the YouTube channel. The audio is sent for your ears. But we'll continue on with live coverage of the Sunday Evening Net at 7 o'clock. And it gives me the option. I can either run the stream out till, 9 o'clock or just knock it off after an hour. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the people are going to want, but we do have a really good net. Great operators from around the country give their time. Pardon my heavy breathing, but the ladies like it, the one lady who listens to the podcast. Maybe there's two. I breathe heavy for her, especially post-op. And so I want you to mark your calendars now. Sunday is our day to be together. Beginning at 6 o'clock Central Time, you can come and be a part of the show. You can call in through Discord. You can comment live through Discord. If you don't want to do Google, you can watch it for free, right? You can watch it and you can comment through Discord. No issues. Join us in the chat. Call in. Bring your topics. We'll talk about amateur radio on the podcast for an hour. And then we'll shift our focus over to the Sunday Evening Net, where you guys like to check in. And this will help in many ways. I don't need to break them all down for you now. But it will help me a great deal to streamline 100 Watts and a Wire on Sunday evenings and open me up to be able to do other things during the week. There's some changes. There's some changes that have to naturally come. And one of them is 30 days. The 30-day review, that one has to be put to rest now because, it's an expensive and time-consuming deal. We did 12 of those. And I'm really proud of that work, too, because what we did was we provided a peer solution, a peer review of amateur radio gear and ham-adjacent gear. And we'll do 2 more. We're going to do, for June, take a look at 2 products. People have been working with those. And so I want to do those 2 reviews. But there's expense and there's time and there's logistics with it. And I think 12 reviews was a really nice series. And I thank everyone who participated. And we'll just keep your name in the pot, so when we do things like that, there could be a manufacturer who wants to have a product reviewed. We'll be able to do that. But right now, with the way things are, with the economy, sponsorship, it's tough for ma and pa companies to compete in this landscape. There's not a ton of opportunities for sponsorship. You got some stuff out there, and we've been lucky to have LDG and Bioenno Power for as long as we've had. But the economy is struggling. The ham radio industry itself is that's a whole topic that we could get into deeper. Probably best that I don't get into the business of ham radio, because it is very interesting, very political. And I'm not interested, So anyway, so 30 days, we're going to put 30 days down in June. Thank you all for participating. The reviews are great. It's such a good resource people can look back and listen to. I never was comfortable telling you how to spend your money. So I could get other people to help talk about the products and see if it was worth it. If you listen now, you may be able to hear the church bells. Nope, it stopped? Well, I thought it was the top of the hour of some hour. I don't know. Still in the woods, taking a walk around, doing the walk and talk with you. Catching up now to recap what we're doing. 30 days, we did 12 reviews. My mouth won't work now. 12 reviews of products. Put some money back into the ham radio business. Gave away some free products for those reviews. It's a feel-good piece. And so thanks to my sponsors for helping make that happen. Took that money and just put that right on there. So there you go. The big news of this week, though, is the move to Sunday nights. I would like you to block out some time when you can and join us as we record the live podcast. Again, you can come, join in the discussion, ask questions, and be a part of the community as we head into Sunday evening. It'll lead up to our Sunday evening net on usually 40 and 20 meters. It depends the timing of the year. We'll do some different stuff, but usually 20 and 40. 40 is a guarantee throughout the year. And we'll have live coverage of that. And so people seem to enjoy that. But Sunday night helps out a lot to streamline. So those two things are changes that I need you to know about this week. So you can adjust your schedule and be a part of the community on Sunday nights. So no more Saturday mornings, but that's okay. They've come and they've gone and they've come back, and now they're going to go again. You know, family things are happening on Saturday morning. People like to get up and do work. They got to do their decks, home improvements, all these sorts of things are happening on Saturday morning, and I get it. So we'll catch you on the end of the weekend when you're wrapping up and get that fellowship of the net, the fellowship of the show, get your Q&A, get near a computer, get near your radio, and hang out in the community. What sounds like thunder is not expected today. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm out, and it's not wind. That's got to be a plane. It's pretty clear today. Nice breeze, but we're getting up to the high 90s. All right, so there you have it. I feel like there's something else I wanted to tell you about. The mental note process, to thank you for your concern over the hernia surgery. It's been a rough probably 3 months until I got the surgery and all that. Oh, the one thing I need to talk to you about before I leave you is the tune-up. June 10th, 11th, and 12th. It's a tune-up for field day. Now, you may be taking part of something with your club. Maybe you've got the potato gun and you're going to hang the antenna. Maybe you're going to run 20 meters from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. But I know you've been building antennas. I know you've been constructing your Go kit. I know you want to get out. I know you need an excuse. Well, the tune-up's probably in its 5th year. I don't remember. We have a tune-up and a fallout in the fall. You get your Go box if you have one. If you have a portable station, cool, bring it. Get outside, exercise your mind, your body, and your gear. You start to learn how to edit what you take out into the field. And just call CQ, any band, any mode, any time. There will be 8 stations for you to listen for. And I'll be one of them. I'm going to be coming to you from Montana, which is going to be real fun. Hopefully, I'll be coming to you from Montana. If not, I'm going to be live streaming there. And hopefully watching other people run during the tune-up. There's an issue with the weight I can carry, taking what I can out there. But I'm packed up and ready to go, and I will be in Montana during the tune-up. My hope is to find a nice tree and set up under it and make some calls. But there's 8 stations that you'll be able to make contact with and chase, if you will. But you you can get out there and set up yourself. Go to 100wattsandawire.com, click on operating events, and learn more about it, because I think it's a great excuse, and it's coming up. It is. It's really coming up soon. And I'd love for you to participate. At least chase these guys. We'll be doing some digital work, HF. You just get out there and do it. And some live streams will go with it as well. So subscribe to this podcast. Share it. That's another thing. Share this with people who you feel would dig it and dig the community. All right? Tell them about Sunday, 6 o'clock Central. Finish eating, clean up the dishes. Jump in and watch us do the live recording of the podcast. Stick around for the net as we do live coverage with multi-cameras for that. Sunday evening is now your 100 watts and a wire night. All right? Block out some time. You can tape everything else and come hang out with your people. Discord, Facebook, YouTube, and Waka Waka. All right? And the tune-up, June 10th, 11th, and 12th. Set some time aside. You might be saying, gee, child, what about, I don't have an outside rig. I can't get portable. What am I going to do? Well, you can set up and do it from the comfort of your own home. Get inside. Run inside. Inside your shack where it's cool. Any power. Don't worry about it. There's no rules. Just get on there. Call a CQ tune-up for the 100 watts and a wire tune-up. Make some contacts. We're going to give away a digital sort of commemorative poster type thing. If you're interested in that, all you need to do is fill out the form on the website at Operating Events, and I'll send it to you. I don't care. Give it to you. Print it out, put it on your wall if you're into that thing. All right, there you go. Well, I appreciate you. This was a nice walk for me. And looking up at the trees, seeing all the leaves, knowing that the antennas are doing all right. Feels good. Being able to get around post-op after this has been fun. But to tell you most of all that Sunday night is our night. People they have card games. They go out and shoot pool on Wednesday night. Well, Sunday night, some of my bitch, this is the night for 100 watts and a wire. You're going to watch the live podcast be recorded if you can. If not, you'll be able to hear it, of course, in all your traditional podcast directories. And after the show, hang out with the same crew who will be bringing you the net. It is a full evening of fun. Put it on your calendar now. We're going to be starting this in June. First weekend in June. And we need you there because you're in the community. All right, I hope the dogs will run by your side. Please stay cool now. We're getting into the summer days. Remember those who have fallen on this special day if you're listening. If not, I hope that you remember to do so whenever you listen. Check your schedules. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. YouTube channel is mostly live streams of the show being recorded and our net. Some tidbits and information there as well. But we are a podcast first of all. And you're invited to come there. I know there's a lot of you that listen. And if you're available on Sundays, you can really help us direct what you need, where you're struggling. You have questions, maybe we can help. We're a community. We're trying to help each other get on the air and enjoy this hobby. So we'll talk about it for an hour on the podcast, and then we'll move into doing amateur radio with our 100 watts and wire net. All right? So that's what I know from here. Try to do good. Thank you again for your concern and your information. Look for us on Discord. We're just trying to bring this community together. And then on Sunday nights, we're going to do it for real. In between is like the Facebook and the Discord. That's where we get together because it's like the glue in between the shows. And you can expect when the storms hit, I'm going to go live with special coverage of that. You know, we're heading into storm season here. And, hams are more than just, Amateur radio operators, we're interested in weather, we're interested in emergencies, we're interested in a lot of other things, hobbies, many different interests at work. And here you go, my walk and talk as I babble along to you. I think you know all the information. You know I dig and appreciate you. And I will see you very soon. And take care of yourselves. And stay above the noise. 7-3.
To join the 100 Watts in a Wire community, visit 100wattsindawire.com.